and good day. My name is Jürgen Steinmetz from eTurboNews, and this is a breaking news update. For more news updates and shows, please go to youtube.com/travel news group. youtube.com/travel news group. Here's our update.
Best European airport taxi rates listed from €5 to €119. The travel and tourism industry in Europe is recovering. There is a growing demand for airline tickets, accommodations, transport, and activities in comparison to 2020. The growth in the number of bookings for taxi rides to and from airports in Europe stands out. Higher prices for rental cars and the lack of privacy in public transportation are obvious reasons. The Airport Taxi Report Summer 2021 taxi fares at European airports compares the taxi rates at the 50 busiest airports in Europe. Because the report offers travelers an insight into the average prices for an airport taxi ride to the city center, prices of pre-booked taxis are not included in the comparison. Rental cars too expensive based on statements by frequent travelers. Taxi rates listed from the airport to the city center. For rental car providers, 2020 was a disastrous year. Because there was hardly any demand, suppliers were forced to sell a large part of their fleet. Now a year later, this is causing problems, because demand exceeds the supply. In addition, there are relatively few new cars on the market due to the global chip shortage. As a result of the scarcity of rental cars, renting a car is much more expensive than usual these days. Public transport is too crowded. Even though things are slowly moving in the right direction in Europe, some people are still hesitant to move in large groups or to be close to other people. Public transport can create an unsafe feeling and is therefore still avoided by some travelers. A taxi ride is more expensive than a ride on public transportation, however, the sense of safety wins out over costs more often than before. Taxis popular at European airports. The figures speak for themselves according to Gus Wantia, owner of Air Mundo, the company that did the research. Europe is recovering. There is a growing demand for airline tickets, accommodations, transport, and activities in comparison to 2020. The growth in the number of bookings for taxi rides to and from airports in Europe stands out. Higher prices for rental cars and the lack of privacy in public transportation are obvious reasons. For taxi companies, the increasing demand from tourists and travelers comes at the right moment, as they partly make up for the lack of business travelers. How much is a taxi from the airport to the city? European rates go from €112 at London Stansted Airport to €5 in Antalya, Turkey.
Thank you for listening to our news update. There's more on youtube.com/travel news group, or you can read us, of course, in going to our news portal at eTurboNews.com or travelnews.online.